Hi students, class 10 statistics and probability. Here we are going to see about the statistics. In statistics we are going to find the standard deviation for grouped data. In grouped data, especially assumed mean method. Here we are going to see about the assumed mean method for grouped data. Here we have the assumed mean method. Standard deviation sigma is equal to root of summation fi into xi minus x bar whole square divided by n is the standard deviation. Here the deviation is equal to di is equal to, let me take it as xi minus a is the for assumed value. The deviation has changed into di is equal to xi minus a is the standard deviation for the actual standard deviation of the group data. By here we can able to find out the standard deviation sigma is equal to root of summation fi di square. For mean method we have found out it. Now here we have that summation fi di divided by n whole square. We have already have seen in the grouped data, ungrouped data how to solve the terms. Solving these terms by using that xi and x bar. Finding x bar from here we can be able to find out the values. So the standard deviation for assumed mean method for grouped data is root of summation fi di square divided by n minus summation fi di square divided by n. Here n is equal to summation of fi, summation of frequency, sum of frequency. Let's see how it is very easily we can find out at the using assumed mean method. Here the given data, I have taken the same data to prove the assumed mean method. The frequency, here the assumed value, let me take it as from that a is equal to 40. 40 means xi minus 40, 10 minus 40 minus 30, 20 minus 40 is equal to minus 20, 30 minus 40 is equal to minus 10, and then 40 minus 40 is equal to 0, then 50 minus 40 is equal to 10. Now we have to find out that fi di and fi di square. So I first of all find out what is di square. It is very easy to multiply that fi di square. So here we have 900, we have 400, 100, 0 and then 100. When we square this term we get only positive value. Now we have to multiply fi di. This is fi, this is di. Now we have to multiply this term with this term. 5 into minus 30 is minus 150. 2 into minus 20 is minus 40. 3 into minus 10 is minus 30, and then 0 into 5 is 0, 5 into 10 is 50. Now we have to find out summation of fi di is equal to sum of this term. See, here we have 150 plus 40, 190, 190 plus that is 220, 220 minus 50 means we get minus 170. Minus 170 is the sum of the value. Now we have to multiply fi and di square. 9 5s are 45 and then 2 0, 2 4s are 8 and then 2 0, 3 1s are 3 and then 2 0, 5 into 0 is 0, 5 into 100 is 500. So f into this term is multiplied with this term, right? So fi di square. So summation of fi di is, we have to find out what is the value of summation of fi di square is equal to. So when we add this we get 6100, see 00, 10, 18, 21, 1 divided 2, 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6100, here we have 170. The summation of f is equal to 20 students, right? Summation of this f. Now substitute in the standard deviation. It is a assumed mean method formula. So summation fi di square is nothing but 6100 divided by 20 minus summation fi di whole square divided by is nothing but minus 170 divided by 20 whole square. When you reduce 1010, here also 1010 is cancelled. So we get, if you reduce by 2, we get 3, 5. When you reduce, we get 305. 310 divided by 2 is 305. If you reduce this, we get minus of. If you reduce this, we get 8.5. 8.5 into 8.5 is nothing but 72.25. When you subtract this, and when we subtract this, we get 232.75 something. Then when we square root this value, we get 15.26 as the standard deviation for using the assumed mean method. Next we see that step deviation method. Here the step deviation method is the only differs in the deviation. The deviation di is equal to xi minus a divided by c. Here c is the common divisor or the common class interval. See, we can take it as a difference of the class interval. Here we have taken that number as usual, the following data. Here the standard deviation sigma is equal to, we have the formula, if it is divided by c, you have to multiply by c root of whatever we have used in that assumed mean method. We have the same formula, fi di square divided by n minus summation fi di divided by n whole square. This is the formula, c into summation fi di whole square divided by n, summation fi di square divided by n minus summation fi di divided by n whole square. This is the formula to find the standard deviation by using the step deviation method. Let's see the example for that sum. We have taken the same values. Here di is equal to xi minus a. Here a I take it as 40, and then c is the common divisor. Let me take it as 10. So what we have done in that assumed mean method, we have the same formula here also. That is 10 minus 40 is equal to minus 30, right? 10 minus 40 is equal to divided by 10 is equal to minus 30 divided by 10, we get minus 3. Here I get right directly, right? xi is 10 minus assumed value is 40 divided by 10. 10 minus 40 is 30, 30 divided by 10 is 3. Then 20 minus 40 is equal to 20, so minus 20 divided by 10 is 2. See, here this is assumed value for xi minus a. We have found out that this is the value, right? For in this value I am going to divide the 10. That is the step deviation method form, right? So here 30 minus means minus 1, 0, and then we have plus 1. Now square this term, we get 9, 4, 1, 0, 1. Now we have to multiple fi di. Fi and di we have to multiple 5 3s are 15. Here we have negative symbol, so minus 15. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. 3 into minus 1 is minus 1, minus 3, and then 0, 1 into 5 is 5. So sum of this term, we have to add the term, we get minus 17. See, here we have sum of this term is 22, 22 minus value, minus 22 plus 5 is equal to minus 17 is the value, right? So we have fi di square. See, when we are doing that assumed value, we have the greater number here too when we square the term. So when it is very hard to addition and doing that all when we are using that different methods. So it will be very easily, quickly we can calculate it without any mistakes, right? So fi di, now we have to find out fi di square. This two term, 5 9s are 45, 2 4s are 8, 3 1s are 3, 5 into 0, 0, 5 into 1 is 5. So this term is multiple with d square, right? fi di square. So sum of this term is equal to 45 plus 5 is 50 is 61. So we know the formula, that is standard deviation sigma is equal to c into root of summation fi di square divided by n minus summation fi di divided by n whole square. So summation fi is nothing but 20 students. So c we have taken it as 10 into root of summation fi di square is 61 divided by 20 minus, this is minus 17 divided by 20 whole square. Here 10 into root of, if you take that square root for this, 61 divided by 20 minus, if you square root this, 17 into 17 is 289 divided by 400. 20 square is nothing but 400. Now take LCM for this term. Root of 400 is LCM, means we have to multiply by 20. 61 into 20 is, here 61 into 20 is 0, 2 ones are 2, 2 is 12. So 1220 minus 289 divided by 400, 10 into root of, if you subtract this 1220 minus 289, when we subtract we get 931, and then 400 will be taken out. It is a perfect square number, so we get 20. It is in the root. I will be taking it out commonly outside, so we get the term 10 ones are 10 twos are. So find the square root of 931 is 30.512 something. It will be divided by 2. We get the value as 15.26 approximately. The value of the standard deviation is 15.26. First we have find out assumed value. Here we have using the step deviation. Step deviation method is very easy to simplify the larger number. We don't want to multiply the very huge number, so it will be reduced our mistakes, right? Here we have the same standard deviation is 15.26. So the step deviation method, the standard deviation formula is sigma is equal to C into root of summation Fi di square divided by n minus summation Fi di divided by n whole square. This is the standard deviations formula. And then finally we see that coefficient of the variation. Why we are finding the coefficient of the variation means the variations are in the difference when the standard deviation in the two standard deviation having the same value, but the data are differ, but the standard deviation for that particular two data should be having the same standard deviation. Means we have another choice to find out which is more stable, more consistent in that standard deviation. So that's why we are finding the coefficient of the variation. Here the coefficient of variation we call it as CV is equal to standard deviation divided by x bar, standard deviation divided by x bar into 100%. Always we have using the coefficient of variation is in percentage only. So the coefficient of variation is equal to sigma divided by x bar into 100%. When we are using the coefficient of variation, the standard deviation of first standard deviation and then second standard deviation having the same equal value, for standard deviation 102 for the different scatters, for the different datas, right? So here it is very easy to find out which is very stable. So when the coefficient of variation is less, then it is more stable or more consistent. We call it as a more consistent or more stable. So which lesser coefficient is getting means that is the more stable. So that's why we are finding the coefficient of variation. So the data with lesser coefficient of variation is more consistent or more stable. Thank you, students.